Training your heart is imperative for your health. Chances are you make room for chest, back, arms, legs in your routine for working out, but cardiovascular training is usually tossed to the wayside. But the heart, just like any other muscle, needs to be trained. So how do you build muscles? You break them down. So today I'm going to teach you 5 steps on how to break your own heart. Step number 1, walking. The reason why walking made this list instead of running is for 3 reasons. Because walking is convenient, because almost everyone can walk, and because the ability to multitask. Walking is convenient and accessible. You can walk anywhere at any time. You don't need special equipment to wear. You don't need to get super pumped up or excited or motivated. As a matter of fact, go walk up to that girl that's completely out of your league. Ask her on a date. That'll get your heart racing. Step number 2, change your mindset. Changing your mindset seems like an appropriate step number 1. However, like I said, if you really want to get into it, you want to start right away without even thinking. You shouldn't have to be motivated to start walking. So changing your mindset is all about pushing yourself to the limits. Your heart can take a lot more than you think. If you really want to break down your heart, you're going to have to push it to the limits. That means doing things that seem impossible, going for things that seem to be out of reach, and doing things that seem almost unreasonable. This is the only way to really break your heart down. You don't want to just think. You want to overthink. That girl that was totally out of your league, it seems impossible, but you're going to do it anyway. You're going to ask her out, even though she has a boyfriend. Step number 3 is actually music. So studies have shown music has a huge influence on people's psychology. Of course, I don't know any studies or who did them or what data they bring to the table or what they were even talking about. You want to make sure your playlist during cardio is a good one. This will ensure that step number 2 stays intact. Your mindset will be rock solid. It's important to follow the 4 A's when it comes to music. Make sure it's angsty, angry, filled with anguish, and attachment. The 4 A's are the cornerstone for step 3 in the breaking down of your heart situation. This should be easy considering the fact that you're going to be listening to the same music during your cardio that you listen to at night when you're thinking about that girl that rejected you. Still hasn't texted back. Step number 4, consistency. It's important to be consistent. If you really want to break your heart, you want to stay consistent. You can't just do something one time. You have to repeat the same habits and become reliant on these same feelings of satisfaction. Consistency is the most important step. This is going to ensure that you keep breaking your heart over and over again. You must become familiar with these habits and rely on the same steps that brought you success in the first place. The routine itself should be consistent as well. Make sure there's no stopping and no resting. The rules for consistency proceed as never try to recover, break, never take a break, and never change it up. These keys will keep you consistently breaking your heart. So keep trying and trying and trying, even though the miles are getting longer, your heart's beating out of your chest, it's becoming unbearable. Just like you consistently text and call that girl who won't give you any time of day. So make sure you keep trying and trying, even though she'll never text you back. All this is getting you ready for step number 5. Finally, step 5, results. It's time to look at everything and see how everything has changed. Everything's different now. Your heart doesn't beat the same. What was once a starstruck love is now pure heartbreak every time you see her. So to review, you walked straight into a disaster. You made sure you couldn't change your mind. You overthought everything. You used music to create attachment and anguish. You stay consistent and you never stopped your habits. And now you watch as everything changes. What was once a normal heart is now a completely broken heart. Congratulations. So you're probably wondering where you go from here. Well, most likely you'd probably do the same 5 steps over and over again. Stay consistent. But that's the beauty of step 5. It's completely open-ended and there's no closure. You might be thinking, well, this is terrible. In fact, the most important thing you can do after your 5 steps of breaking your heart is kill you. So I hope you enjoyed all 5 steps to breaking your heart here at Al's Emporium of Fitness. And however, this is a very dissatisfying ending, but that's how life is. Sometimes you get cut off and you have no closure. But that
breathe in, breathe out. If you're iced up.